ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Edinburgh Esports Twitch channel. We have something a little bit different for you guys today. We're actually going to be featuring two of our local area high schools, Tiffin, Columbian versus Upper Sandusky High School, in this best of 3 matchup. And game number 1 here is underway with Tiffin Columbian playing as Rob the Robots, and Upper Sandusky playing as Lake. Good down tilt there by the Link, not enough to kill though. Link taking full advantage of those space maneuvers with the boomerang and the bombs and the arrows, as we see that Tiffin Columbian loses their first stock. Right now, Rob is just having a tough time gaining their neutral ground against this Link. He's doing a good job of just juggling the Rob and make their life as miserable as possible, trying to get anything going. Nice snare there by Rob. Prepping that gyro to potentially get some use for it here. Good forward tilt there by the Link. Smash attack is going to do enough to take down the second stock of Rob, now bringing Upper Sandusky into the lead 12-10. Rob right now just trying to get a string of moves kind of chained together, something going, some forward momentum. Let him do a little bit more chip damage there. Again, relying on that neutral air, tries to run off the ledge, but that up B is going to save Link, and also get it back to stage, doing some damage. Link once again already getting that damage against the Rob up to 129%. They're not out of the woods just yet. They can get one stock. If Tiffin Columbian can get one on this Link, they'll definitely feel a lot better about their situation here, I'm sure. And with that smash attack, it will be Upper Sandusky taking the lead 12 stocks to 9 over Tiffin Columbian. We're ready to take a short break, and we'll be back with game number 2 headed your way shortly, so don't go anywhere. Game number 2 of Tiffin Columbian High School versus Upper Sandusky High School. It's kind of surreal. My former alma mater, Upper Sandusky, and the school that I had started their esports program at, taking on what is one of our closest allies here in the high school esports space, Columbian. Right now, this Link has definitely been doing very, very well here for Upper Sandusky. Kirby here trying to recover back the stage, and they're getting punished for that as they now go. Upper Sandusky going up 12-8 over Tiffin Columbian. Good forward tilt there, gets some damage on the link. Right now, Kirby is at least in a little bit of a better situation regarding the percentages here, even though they're on their second stock already. Again, a nice forward tilt, tries for the down tilt, but Link recovering more laterally than downwards. Tried for it there, but Link was able to recover. Nice cancellation there of that down B, just to not get punished for missing, as we see a bomb throw upwards there, kind of disrupting the game plan, I'd say, for that Kirby. But that up tilt is going to take the second stock from the Kirby, now bringing Upper Sandusky to 12-7. Thank you guys for tuning in to this matchup. I know it's not the traditional Heidelberg gameplay that you guys are accustomed to, but we still thank you guys for tuning into some great gameplay here, regardless of two very, very good, very young teams here at high school level. And for any parents that are potentially tuning in from either Tiffin or Upper Sandusky, we're glad that you're here. We appreciate you guys joining us for this special showing. Hopefully we'd love to do more of this stuff here in the future. Jump with the forward tilt, but the Kirby able to recover. Goes with the up B, and they will take that third and final stock away from the Kirby. So already, Tiffin Columbian is in a little bit of a predicament here, going down 6-12 against Upper Sandusky, as this Link player is definitely hard to solve so far. We're going to take a short break, and we will be back with game number 3. We'll see if Tiffin Columbian can figure out an answer for this Link. So don't go anywhere. Welcome back, Esports fans, to game number 3 of Tiffin Columbian versus Upper Sandusky. Tiffin Columbian a little bit behind here on stocks, as Upper Sandusky's Link player has been able to just run the gamut, taking 6 stocks here without losing any. And it looks as though Tiffin Columbian is opted to put in their captain right now, who's playing. So, if you're wondering who's who here with these two elf-looking beings that are very similar, clad in green, the shorter, younger Link is Tiffin Columbian's, and the taller, I guess more adult-looking Link is Sandusky. Already, young Link finding a little bit more of an in-way here against this Link player. With that up smash, able to get the first stock off of the Link. Now making it Upper Sandusky 11 to Tiffin Columbian 6. from a pure character standpoint, it's been hotly debated amongst the community members which Link is the best Link. Because not only do we have the adult Link and the young Link that we see here at this battle, but we also have Toon Link from Wind Waker series. And I think the consensus, at least from what I've heard, is young Link seems to be the better of the Links, primarily because the speed of their attacks and movement is just a bit better than the others. Of course, you'll have some earnest debates as we see some good juggling here from young Link once again. Needed to get turned around. Now this Upper Sandusky Link player having a difficult time trying to find their footing. Good side B there to do some more damage against the Link player. That's Columbian able to catch him there. With a good smash attack, taking the second stock. Now bringing us to Upper Sandusky 10, Columbian 6. Finally, with that smash attack, the first stock off the young Link is now off the board. Now, Upper Sandusky leads 5. But yeah, as I was saying, playstyle-wise, there is some debate. The older adult version of Link does have some neat bomb maneuvers that they can do. You see them pulling out a bomb there, trying to use the ledge guard. Young Link, though, able to definitely dodge both of those. Now tossing out some bombs of their own. Not enough yet with that smash attack, but they're going to try for the bomb, missing. Trying to get something going there with that up tilt. Doing some decent damage, but they're not going to stay in the air long enough for that bomb to do anything. Now we got the distance battle of the boomerangs and the bombs. They decide to go back to sword combat. Young Link getting caught with that remote bomb. And that smash attack is going to take their second stock, now making it 10-4 in favor of Upper Sandusky. That smash attack still not enough. Good DI there from the Upper Sandusky player. But with that up tilt, it will bring us to Upper Sandusky 9, Tiffin Columbian 4. So Tiffin Columbian with some work to do. They're going to try to regroup here in game number 4, headed your way shortly, so don't go anywhere. back, esports fans, to the fourth game here, or fourth match, I should say. Tiffin Columbian versus Upper Sandusky. And it looks as though Upper Sandusky opting to get a little bit cheeky here with the pink Donkey Kong. The old school rare version of Donkey Kong, not the old version we've seen with Bananas this year. DK is often seen as one of these characters that, especially with playing online matches, they can be a bit of a pain just because a lot of their moves do have some priority that even if there is any kind of lag, things like that, can cause some damage. But we see this young Link player, Tiffin Columbian though, doing a good job just racking up the damage, getting that up tilt, and we'll take the first stock off of this DK. Now Upper Sandusky leading by 4 stocks, 8-4. Usually when I've seen Donkey Kong players kind of come out, I wouldn't say that it's always like their go-to character. Usually it's like if they want to get a stock or something taken off as quickly as possible, which I have a feeling is probably the case here. They'll throw them in just to try to get that stock, as we see the grab there. And of course it works. Oh no. But yeah, as I was saying, Donkey Kong can be a little bit cheeky, such as fishing for that grab, carrying them off the ledge, and just making it impossible for the young Link to recover. Unfortunate, but effective. We're going to take a short break, and we will be back with game number 5 headed your way. Do not go anywhere. We are back, esports fans, of this high school matchup week, Sandusky versus Tiffin Columbian. Tiffin Columbian now down to their final player, rocking the Kazi there. Good set of combos there, racking up 98% of damage already. And as we've seen, Upper Sandusky, their roster, their Link player at the very least has been very, very good. Able to take off 6 stocks on their own. Actually, it might have been 6 stocks. DK able to get the cheeky kill with the grab that we saw in the last matchup there. So far, this Kazuya doing a good job, racking up that damage, looking for that kill confirmed. Able to get it there, as it's now bringing us to Upper Sandusky 7. Tiffin Columbian 3. Good set of moves there, good jabs. Tries for the laser, but unfortunately gets punished. Not out of the woods just yet, able to recover. You see the Kazuya glowing red, that's his rage state, so a lot of his attacks will do even more damage in it. And unfortunately not going to be able to take advantage of that, as he had an SD there. Now going down to 2 stocks for Tiffin Columbian. The Kazuya coming from the Tekken game series. He is a fighter through and through. He is kind of a slower character, but hits very, very hard, so once he gets going, it's like an absolute train that's hard to stop, as we're seeing with some of those combos. DK able to find a little bit of his footing here now. Kazuya trying to get the approach, gets the smash attack off, and that will be enough to take that last stock.
Kazuya Mishima wins.
There is still hope here in game number 1 for Tiffin Columbian, but they do have an uphill battle as Upper Sandusky leads 6-2. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back with game number 6 headed your way shortly. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. In this high school matchup, Upper Sandusky versus Tiffin Columbian. We are now on the third character for Upper Sandusky's roster, which appears to be the Dark Pit, taking on Tiffin Columbian's Kazuya. After just joining us, if you were wondering why the Kazuya, the guy that's not wearing a shirt, jumped off the stage, you have to rescind your stocks that you lost from the previous game. So because Kazuya lost a stock to that Donkey Kong, he had to jump off the stage to start this next one. You see Dark Pit getting the Electroshock there, dealing a decent chunk of damage on Kazuya. Kazuya, though, getting a great combo, heavy damage from that. Tries for the laser, but the deflector is going to stop that from connecting. Another flurry of punches. We're at 160%. Able to punish, though, with that Electroshock. Just dodging the arrow. And that smash attack is going to take that first stock off Dark Pit. Now making it a 3-stock lead in favor of Upper Sandusky, 5-2. That Electroshock is the attack to look out here for the Kazuya player. It deals a decent chunk of damage. We can see they're glowing red in that rage state. Able to avoid. Not able to continue that combo, but goes in for the grab. Nice chunk of damage there. Dodging over those shields, connecting again on another flurries of jabs. Nice smash attack, but the Dark Pit's still hanging in there. That Dark Pit is now conditioned that he's going to use that reflector when he lands on stage just to block any attacks from the Kazuya. That's something to be on the lookout here for. Nice jab there from the Dark Pit as Kazuya forced to recover. And that smash attack will take off the second stock for the Dark Pit, bringing this now to 4 stocks to 2. This is a good match here, folks. In particular, this matchup here, as unfortunately on the recovery there, the Kazuya getting caught with that electroshocker. Now Tiffin Columbian down to their final stock. Let's see what they can do. Good shield there, playing patiently. You want to find those ins against your opponents and punish things like that. Miscues from your opponents. Dark Pit seemingly being a little bit more cautious right now. Just trying to rack up some damage and prevent themselves from taking too much of their own. Kazuya also seeing a little bit more hesitant than normal. Coming down to the final stock, they're playing a little bit more cautiously. Goes in for the grab, able to connect with the laser beam. Can he punish? Doesn't try for it. He's learned from the electroshock. Good DI from the Dark Pit. They're able to recover. I think now both players have learned a thing or two about the play style of each other. So they're not jumping in quite as quickly. They're kind of waiting and feeling out their opponent, what they're going to do. Some missed jabs from Dark Pit. Kazuya connecting, but wasn't able to get too much out of it. That electroshock attack once again catching Kazuya on the backside. Trying again with the electroshock. Doesn't connect that time though. Goes for it that time, does connect. You know what he's looking for, Kaz. Don't let him have it. Good punish there, and that will be enough to take the final stock off of Dark Pit. So, even though it looks a little bleak for Tiffin Columbian right now, there is still hope as we head into game number 7. We'll take a short break. We will be right back. Do not go anywhere, folks. and welcome back to what will be the final match of game number 1 here of Tiffin Columbian versus Upper Sandusky. And even though it looked bleak in the early goings for Tiffin Columbian going down 6 stocks, they've been able to hang in here for a good portion of this Upper Sandusky team, as we're now down to 3-1. If you're K-Rule at this point, you're just trying to rack up some chip damage and then go for that kill confirm move as quickly as possible. Kazi, on the other hand, with 1 life to live, you know that they've got to play a little bit more defensively, which is not always a great thing. Kazi already up to 112% in rage form. Able to recover. K-Rule just trying to get that last stock off as quickly as possible. Avoids the suction from the back in there. And with the cannonball and trying to dodge it, unfortunately that K-Rule was able to read things a little too well in order to take that final stock. So game number 1 will go to Upper Sandusky in this best of 3. We still got another one though, folks, so we're going to take a little bit of a longer break, reset, and we'll be back with game number 2, so stick around. welcome back, Esports fans, as we are watching a Super Smash Brothers Ultimate matchup between two local area high schools, Tiffin, Columbian, and Upper Sandusky. We saw in game number 1, this link was an absolute tear for Upper Sandusky's roster, taking 8 stocks on his own. Interesting to see that they came back, starting him off as I speak. He already takes the first stock here against Tiffin Columbian's Kirby. But yeah, it looked bleak at first, but then as things progressed and as we saw the Link versus Young Link battle unfold, once this Link got taken out, Tiffin Columbian was able to pull things back a little bit more and rally back, even though in the loss it was only a difference of a couple stocks. So, still a great first game. But yeah, this Link, if you don't know how to play against the zoner playstyle, could be a bit of a challenge. See Kirby getting caught up there, just on the ledge there. But already I can see this Kirby playing with a lot more confidence than the first time they played. Good use of the sword. Trying to approach from a distance, and a good smash attack there, taking the first stock off. Even though I'm partial to both teams here, you love to see when people learn from past matches and are able to kind of capitalize on it in current matches here. And as I say that, the Link able to do a series of smashes there and taking the second stock off this Kirby. Right now, just trying to find their neutral ground. Link just trying to be obnoxious and in their face, but also coaxing them towards them there with the use of the boomerang. Man, those up tilts. If you're going high over that Link, they're going to try to catch you every time, as we saw. So, in game number 2, Upper Sandusky with the lead 11-9 over Tiffin Columbian. But there is hope, folks, because as we saw, it was not a shutout. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with game number 2 headed your way. Stick around. Welcome back to game number 2 here of Tiffin Columbian versus Upper Sandusky. And it appears as though Tiffin Columbian has opted to send in their Rob against this Link player. combinations, good jabs there from Rob. Trying to do a little bit of his own medicine there with the up tilt, but Link able to dodge that. Rob with a nice approach there with the neutral air. Good use of that gyro, just keeping the distance against that Link. That was something we didn't see a whole lot of in the first game. Definitely could be handy here in this matchup, where zoning can definitely come into play. Link with those up tilts, though. It's been an absolute menace. He knows when it connects, it's usually pretty successful. Rob going in for the grab, dealing a decent chunk of damage, but Link able to recover from it. Fishing for the bomb and catches him on the recovery there. Now making it Upper Sandusky 11, Tiffin Columbian 8, but then I Speak and Tiffin Columbian able to take that second stock off, making it 8-10 in favor of Upper Sandusky. Already you can tell that Tiffin Columbian, even though they were a little bit rattled in the first matchup against this Link, this Rob player definitely learned a thing or two, was playing with a little bit more confidence, standing their ground, not just falling for some of those quick and easy kill confirms that Link was showing us in the first game. Good use of the neutral air. Gonna try to keep that Link at bay with the gyro. Preps for the smash attack, does not connect. Link on the up tilt there, catching the Rob off guard. Link now using those bombs, just trying to create an opening for themselves. That side attack. Both pitching to the grabs, but it's Rob that's able to connect on that grab and able to take that final stock off. And that's exactly what Tiffin Columbian needed here, as it's now 9-8, still in favor of Upper Sandusky, but a lot closer than Game 1. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back here with Game 3 headed your way. Stick around. And welcome back here in this matchup of Upper Sandusky versus Tiffin Columbian. Much closer, 9-8 currently, and it appears though Upper Sandusky's opted to throw in their cheeky Donkey Kong once again. But right now, Rob is not having any of Donkey Kong's bananigans, but and then I Speak, and then it appears though DK now finding a little bit of that neutral footing and get off some good attacks there. DK opting for the grab and the kill confirm off ledge, but unfortunately they also SD in the process there, so it is now 7-8 in favor of Upper Sandusky. But yeah, if you're not sure how to deal with that maneuver from DK of the grab and the toss off stage, you can find yourself losing your stock pretty quickly. Charge blaster shot there from Rob. Tries to punch the DK, but did not get the timing quite right. DK getting a throw. Great DI by that Rob. Good saving himself. Able to recover, but DK finishes the job there with the follow-up attack. And it will be Upper Sandusky 8, Tiffin Columbian 6, as we head into game number 4, headed your way here in just a moment. So don't go anywhere. And we are back here in this matchup of Tiffin Columbian High School versus Upper Sandusky High School. And this time going in for Tiffin Columbian, we see the Kazuya player that was their anchor from game number 1. Right now this DK doing some work there with those neutral. Gets the Kazuya smashed into the ground, but not able to capitalize on it, as we see Kazuya is already in their rage state, making their attacks more potent. And as I speak, that grab attack dealing a decent amount of damage, but not enough on this DK. With that powered up punch, Upper Sandusky now taking the lead 8 stocks to 5 against Tiffin Columbian. I think right now Kazi is just having a tough time getting in to do their jab attacks against this Donkey Kong. DK doing a good job of disrupting the neutral gameplay here. Goes in for the grab. Kazi able to get a few jabs in, but not enough. Nice little side jab. But DK hanging in for the time being. Donkey Kong going the disrespectful route once again with the grab and toss towards stage. Not able to kill that time. And finally, Kazuya able to go for that grab and able to get that kill confirmed that they were looking for. It's now Upper Sandusky 7 to Columbian 5. Kazuya opting to keep their distance here, kind of letting off the gas pedal a bit. Letting Donkey Kong come to them. Goes for the grab and able to connect. Oh, but that shield break is not a good sign for him. Donkey Kong powering up that punch, connects, and that will be a kill confirmed move for sure. As it's now Upper Sandusky 7, Tiffin Columbian 4. Both these players just want to try to get this final stock off their opponent, put their teammates in a better position as much as possible. DK going for the grab. Kazi, they're able to recover. Down B there from the DK, going to disrupt Kazuya's neutral game. Good dodge from Kazuya. Tricky neutral air there. Or side attack, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know what that was. Kazuya already at 173% damage. One smash attack will take care of him, but Kazuya also in decent shape if he can connect on any series of kill confirm moves, such as that up tilt. They were able to take down DK's final stock, which they did, bringing us now to 2 stock difference. Upper Sandusky 7, Tiffin Columbian 4. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back here with the next one, folks. Don't go anywhere. This is a great matchup. welcome back, folks. Apologies there for the slight delay. Hopping back on the microphone here. You see that Upper Sandusky is opting to throw in their Dark Pit player against Tiffin Columbian's Kazia. Kazia doing some massive damage on that Dark Pit. Goes into punish, gets the kill confirm, and it's now bringing us within one stock of these two teams as Upper Sandusky clinging to a one stock lead, 5-4 over Columbian. This was the matchup that I noticed Kazia was struggling with, in particular that electroshock move. I think they've learned a thing or two on this matchup to just be on the lookout for it. How Dark Pit opting to just try to get some chip damage with those arrows and then reflecting that laser beam there with the reflectors. Kazia already in rage form. Right now, Dark Pit's just trying to keep some distance on this Kazia because he knows that if Kazia is able to get in close, he can start those jab combos and do some lethal damage. Tries to bait him there with the electroshock, but Kazia taking their time. Unfortunately, Kazia getting caught by the electroshock that time. If you're this Kazia, you're probably getting annoyed right now just by that string of arrows, knowing exactly what they're trying to do to prevent you from getting those combos. Was able to get a grab off, not a ton of damage though. Nice smash attack there. As Kazia just being very methodical on the approach, waiting for those openings, trying to connect on safe moves for him. Again, this Dark Pit opting to try to disrupt that pattern with the arrows. Dark Pit doing their dangest to try to get an electroshock to connect right now. Probably the one kill confirm move that I can see working at this damage percent. Good series of jab attacks now, taking form on that Dark Pit and able to get the kill confirm on it, bringing us now to a tied game 4-4 for the first time here in game number 2. And an unfortunate SD.
Kazuya Mishima wins.
We will confirm what happened here, but from the looks of it, Tiffin Columbian taking the lead now, 4 stocks to 3. We'll take a short break and we'll be back here with the next one, folks. Don't go anywhere. folks. An unfortunate series of events for Upper Sandusky there in that last game. It appears as though that Dark Pit did SD, and it does give Tiffin Columbian the one-game lead here, the one-stock lead, excuse me, 4-3, as Upper Sandusky is throwing in their fourth and final player, King K. here against this Kazuya. Kazuya doing a good job just trying to keep K-Rule at bay for the time being, but K-Rule knows they can get this one stock off Kazuya. That's one less opportunity for them to have to contend with here. Kazuya at the 100% mark, already in a rage state. Gonna make those punches and those jabs even more potent. Nice grab attack there. Really trying to get some of those up tilts, now getting their crown and cannonball maneuvers going. And unfortunately, the Kazuya too far out after that attack to recover. It is a tie game 3-3 as we're heading into our final match for game number 2. We'll see what Tiffin Columbian has in store. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to this final match of game number 2 here of Upper Sandusky versus Tiffin Columbian. And this is a close one, folks. 3-3. Currently could be any of this game. However, Tiffin Columbian has sent in their captain, which is the young Link player. They definitely have to feel pretty decent about the fact that they've got their captain playing right now. He is a very talented young man. We'll see what they can do, though. This game rule is definitely no pushover either. Young Link with a nice grab, dealing some chip damage there. Right now it's the zoning battle of arrows and boomerangs versus crowns and cannonballs, folks. What's going to win out against the other? Well, apparently the cannonball and the bomb is going to do a little bit of damage towards each other. Young Link trying to go for that up tilt, but K-Rule was just spacing another way to miss those. K-Rule remembering they've got the belly reflector. Good grab, good smash there from Young Link. Not enough to kill though. Good approach with the neutral air attack. Reflector there, able to catch their arrow though. Back towards them as now K-Rule getting their cannonball and vacuum gun. A little bit more action as unfortunately Young Link not able to recover it. So it's now Upper Sandusky 3, Tiffin Columbian 0. But Young Link is going to quickly catch that K-Rule on an up tilt to bring us 2 stocks apiece. Neck and neck, folks. Young Link tried for that up B, got punished though as a result for it. Able to get that fire arrow out just a little bit quicker than the cannon blast from K-Rool. Good approach with that down tilt from Young Link. Tries for the angle boomerang shot, but K-Rool able to dodge it. Able to get that up B there on the K-Rool, dealing a decent chunk of damage. Not enough to kill confirm just yet, though. Young Link doing anything and everything to just try to chuck things outside and get that K-Rool for recovering, and does catch him as the recovery happens, and it's now Tiffin Columbian in the lead, 2 stocks to 1 over up with Sandusky. Young Link not letting up the gas here. Trying to keep the pressure going. Chucks the bomb. K-Rool able to dodge those boomerang and arrow shots. K-Rool opting to catch the bomb. And now Young Link fishing for that up B tilt. Avoids the crown there through the iframes. Very nice. Some good side attacks. Throwing all manner of projectiles there at the K-Rool on ledge, able to catch him with the angled boomerang on the ledge. And unfortunately, K-Rool unable to recover, and that will tie us up, folks. It is now Tiffin Columbian winning game number 2, 2 stocks to 0, and we are tied up 1-1, folks, forcing us in this game 3 out of the best of 3. We're going to take a little bit of a lengthier break, and we'll be back with game number 3 shortly, so do not go anywhere. This is a good one, folks. welcome back, folks, to game number 3 as we saw Tiffin Columbian able to tie it up 1-1. And we're seeing a brand new character coming out here for Sandusky in game number 3 with Ridley, or Meta Ridley from the looks of it. Kirby, though, doing a good job just trying to get some chip damage in as that smash attack will take the first stock off of Kirby. Ridley's one of these characters, he's considered a heavy, but he's a little bit of a lighter heavy. So at 130% damage, he might be able to get a good, the Kirby might be able to get a good smash attack to get a quick confirm against them. You see that side B dealing a decent chunk of damage with 151% now on Ridley. And with that down B, able to even it back up at 11 stocks apiece here. Ridley tries to go for the fireballs, but Kirby recovering higher than expected for them. Ridley finishing on that down B miss, but that second down B able to catch Ridley in the air. Very nice. Jab attack, though, unfortunately, is going to take down the second stock from Kirby, making it Upper Sandusky 11 to 10. But right now, this Kirby has got to be feeling a little bit better in this matchup, just because of the fact that they've been able to do a decent amount of damage on this second stock of Ridley. Nice side B fire attack there. Tries for a second and third time. Catches them with the smash attack and now evens it back up at 10 stocks apiece. And this honestly could go in favor of either party at this point, as we see Kirby dealing a decent chunk of damage against that Ridley. Comes in with the sword attack, goes for the neutral air. Ridley with the grab and drag. Kirby with the down tilt, sending Ridley flying, but still not enough damage. Ridley fishes for the grab, but misses. Kirby going for the down tilt. Good dodge there from the Kirby, not to fall for that jab attack. And again, this is anybody's stock to take. Perfect shield there from Ridley, getting themselves out of trouble. Kirby just dodging these fireballs. That jab attack, though, will connect, and it will give Upper Sandusky a one-stock lead here in game number 3, 10-9. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back with match number 2 headed your way. Don't go anywhere. here to match number 2 here of Game 3. We have tied up 1-1. Upper Sandusky with a 1-stock lead here as Ridley is clinging to their final stock against Columbian's Rob the Robot being sent in. Ridley tries for the smash attack, but Rob able to dodge. Tries using that neutral air, able to connect on that second try. Ridley, though, shielding through at that time. Using that neutral air there, able to basically nullify those fireball shots for Ridley. Confirmed. Now making it Upper Sandusky 10 to Tiffin Columbian 8. Able to get the grab, and with that up throw, able to get the kill confirmed, bringing it back to 1 stop difference. As it's Upper Sandusky 9, Tiffin Columbian 8. We'll be back with match number 3 headed your way shortly. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back, folks. And we see that Upper Sandusky opting to throw in yet another new character this round. Banjo-Kazooie. Anybody that played the originals back on the N64 PlayStation era, probably getting a little nostalgic right now for the platforming hero. As we see the Banjo-Kazooie able to take off the stock against the Rob. I think be on the lookout here for Banjo-Kazooie. We really don't see this character too often in competitive. The egg gameplay. Sometimes Kazooie can chuck those eggs from a distance, sometimes being more explosive than others. But also Wonder Wing, which for every stock, I believe they get 5 of those golden feather attacks, which just charges them through the opponents, dealing a significant amount of damage. Nice upset there from the Rob, will get the kill confirmed, bringing it back to a one-stock game. 7-8, still in favor of Upper Sandusky. Rob, some good use of those side attacks just to keep that Banjo-Kazooie from recovering back to neutral. Already we saw 2 Wonder Wing feathers used up on the stock for Banjo. Oh, and an unfortunate SD for Rob there. Not sure what they were trying to do. I think they were just trying to regain neutral, and unfortunately they went off stage instead. So it will be Upper Sandusky 8, Tiffin Columbian 6. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back with the next one, folks. Don't go anywhere. Here, folks. Banjo-Kazooie from Upper Sandusky taking on Takazia from Tiffin Columbian here. Banjo using those platforms to his advantage. Takazia able to shield through that window. Jump attack there from Banjo. Kazi, though, able to do some significant, a decent chunk of damage, I should say. Jab attack. Banjo, though, with the grab, throw. Able to get the kill on that second go around there. Now making it 8-5 in favor of Upper Sandusky. biggest thing right now for this Kazuya player is just learning how to play against this Banjo. Definitely a different character that if you're not familiar with what they're going to throw your way, can definitely throw off your game plan just a bit. Good patience, got a series of jabs there. Banjo throw. Nice side attack. That egg was a grenade that time around. Good job for the Kazi, able to get out of that grab. Right now, this Banjo is just having their way with Kazuya. Kazuya trying to find those openings, able to get in that time around. Putting some distance on himself, tries for the laser, but does not connect. Good job getting out of that attack once again. And Kazuya already at that rage stage once again, but unfortunately that smash attack is going to make it a short-lived time frame. And Banjo, unfortunately, just far enough away from the stage, unable to recover, breaking it down with 7 stocks for upper, 4 stocks for Tiffin Columbian. If you are Tiffin Columbian right now, you would love to see if we can get at least that one last stock off of this Banjo. Give yourself a little bit more of a breather here. That's been a brutal attack there from this Banjo Kazooie player. Getting the grab, jamming Kazi into the ground, and then getting the smash attack off of it. Able to connect on that up tilt, and once again, Kazi is in that rage form. Good shield. Just trying to find that right in at the approach, and unfortunately unable to find it as Kazi was able to connect with that same attack. Alright, Columbian is down to their final player. It should be their captain. We'll see if he can manage this Banjo-Kazooie in the next one, so don't go anywhere. And we are back here. Taking Columbian down to their final player, Young Link, taking on this pesky Banjo-Kazooie. Curious to know, with some of these characters we've been seeing out of Upper Sandusky, aka the Ridley and Banjo-Kazooie here in game number 3. Are they some of the same players we saw in the first 2 games, just with different characters? Or are they completely different people? And my suspicion, if I was a betting person, is this Banjo player very well could be one of those top players for the Upper Sandusky squad that we saw previously, either the Link or potentially the K rule. Not too sure. Right now, Young Link's job, take this final stock without losing a stock. Give yourself more of a buffer going into the final 2 matchups here for game 3. With that up tilt, they will do just that. So, it is now Upper Sandusky ahead, 6-3 over Tiffin Columbian. 2 players to 1. We'll see if this young Link is the hero of Hyrule after all. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. This game number 3 matchup of Tiffin Columbian's Young Link taking on Upper Sandusky's K rule. Now, Upper Sandusky does have the lead here, 6 stocks to 3. And this K rule has shown time and again that he can be a pretty pesky crocodile. Right now, though, Young Link doing a good job finding his ins, creating some space and some combos in against this K rule. You'll love to see it here if you're a Tiffin Columbian fan. K rule tried to do the reflector, but Link is prepared for it. Young Link now fishing for that up tilt, but K rule decides to dodge away from Young Link. Nice little side attack. Not enough, though, to get that kill confirmed just yet. I was hoping for a 0 to death here for this Young Link player, but that reflector just dashed those hopes. But still, this Young Link able to rack up 181% damage on this K rule. What a good smash attack. Such as that down tilt will do it. It is now 5-3, still in favor of Upper Sandusky. K rule with the grab, able to do a decent chunk of damage. Young Link able to recover to neutral, regain neutral. Using a good series of grapples and boomerangs and up tilts. Mixing it up, didn't go for ledge that time. I think K rule was prepared for that. Nice side smash, dealing a decent chunk of damage. Bomb goes right through K-Rool's reflector. But K-Rool is prepared for any projectiles being chucked at him off ledge. Young Link with a nice grab. Trying for those up tilts, but nothing happening just yet. Able to get one off there. And that will take the second stock off of K-Rool. It is now a one stock lead for Upper Sandusky, 4-3. This is exactly what Tiffin Columbian needed. They needed to have a nice, clean sweep as much as possible without trying to lose stocks. Unfortunately, though, the K-Rool is able to get their game going. Able to recover, though. Nice up tilt. Young Link going in for the grab. Good follow-up flurry of jabs. Unfortunately, that reflector is going to deal a chunk of damage on that Young Link. And with that forward tilt, able to take off the stock, now bringing us 2-1 in this particular matchup. Sandusky still here with a 2-stock lead. Good damage there from Young Link. On the K-Rool. Trying to look for that kill confirm move. Nothing happening just yet as K-Rool punches through that boomerang. Unfortunately, that sword attack just catching that reflector. But the down tilt will finish off that final K-Rool stop. Alright, we are headed to the final frame. It's been back and forth. It's been neck and neck. Who is going to come out on top? Well, you got to stick around for this final matchup here of Upper Sandusky versus Tiffin Columbian. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.